Hi guys, welcome to the Decorators Growth Club. So what is it? Some of you guys have already been involved with us regards obviously the business side of things, whether that's through a mentor program, the growth club that we started. But this is a Facebook group and website and courses, etc., that we're going to be running through the Decorators Growth Club Pro Member section. 25 quid a month. Okay, we've cut the price down massively for lots of reasons, but we want to be adding a lot of value to you and your business on a weekly, daily, monthly, annually. We just want to be proactive. But what the idea of the Growth Club is exactly that. It's a club, and it's a collective entity. We want people to come together and actually start to change their business for the better, and also change our industry from the inside out. Being a decorator is a bit of it's a really scary individual personal thing at times, and you're always second guessing whether you're doing it right. I know I have. I've always struggled with doing things on my own, and I think now that I'm involved with a lot of people in lots of different ways, it's made me a far better person and a far better decorator and business owner. So let's have a look at what's coming in the Growth Club. So press that little button, and is it going to show me? There you go. What's coming in the Growth Club? So we're going to be using obviously lives in the group. We're going to be sharing across pretty much all our platforms on some of the stuff, but the quality stuff, the cream, is what we call geared to community. If you're paying 25 quid a month for that, we worked it out to be, well, you can work it out yourself. It's like two costas a week. It's less than what you're putting in your van with fuel. I know that. So a lot of people already have joined the Growth Club and everything's there, but we're going live in September. And I just wanted to spend a few minutes talking about the kind of things that we want to, I suppose, touch on over the period of time. So I'm just going to flick over to another screen. I'm going to carry on talking. And what are we doing? Well, we go live in September. The whole month of September is about getting organised. We've obviously asked you guys previously how you organize your business, but we're going to show you how we do it and how we've helped other people get a lot more organized. So we're going to be doing a lot of videos, podcasts. We're going to be doing masterminds within the groups. That's once a month where we all come together, and that's more about you opening up your business for us to kind of help best way we can. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about prioritizing. Prioritize Me 1, 2, 3. It's something that I've used for many years, and it's very, very effective. We're going to talk about project management systems. Which ones are right for you? How do we use them? How do we set them up? What are the features? How do we build a customer board? How do we run a project management sheet? So that's our ongoing project running sheet, as we say. We're going to be using things like Slack, timesheets, checklists. There's a lot of stuff. In the whole month of September, it's about you guys getting organized, because we need to be organized coming through for the next chapters. The next chapters are going to be focusing on getting your socials right. You need to be working on the marketing alongside everything else we do. We've seen the benefits in our own business, and we've seen the benefits in other people's business. When you get good at your socials and you work out what you're doing, you plan it, you schedule it, and everything is in the right place, we're going to give you an idea through October to start to be consistent. Content is not king, all right? Content is important, don't get me wrong, but it's not king. What is king is consistency. Showing up every day. You're engaging with your customer base, because they're fickle. They will drop off. They will forget. They will go somewhere else. You can't afford to do that, especially coming into 2023. Talking about 2023, that's our next thing in November. We're going to talk about getting ready, getting planning. Let's start planning for a better outcome for 2023. But what we're going to do is we're going to spend that month going back over the past 12 months. All right. You can't build on the hypotheticals. We need to build on bread and butter. So we need to work out what the bread and butter has been over the past 12 months. And then we got to figure out what was the good, the bad, and the ugly. Eradicate the ugly, try and turn the bad more to good, and what we did good, we just do more of. And then in December, what we're going to do is start actually using that data to plan a plan, make a plan for obviously the start of next year. And then what are we going to be working on throughout? So what we're going to work on throughout the course of the whole thing, and there we go. I was just waiting for my screen to catch up. Loads of different ideas. One of the things we're going to focus on is the culture. And the reason I say the culture is because we've got to change our mindset as to, let's say, being a decorator to being a decorating business. Because you need to find a way where you can grow your business for lots of different reasons. And the culture is really, really important. We're going to talk about price increases. How do we deal with those? We're going to talk about the contraction, the dip. Some of you guys might have used the word recession. Some of you guys have already been through this. So we need to be prepared for this. I mean, we can't just, it doesn't affect me. Of course it does. I'm sorry. Loads of different stuff regards the culture side of it. One of the things we're going to be touching on a regular basis is what I call the trilogy. And that's you, your family, and your business. We need to find a way that we can actually manage that time and that responsibility equally, so that we don't suffer with the stresses, the anxieties that come with obviously running a decorating business. And this is one of the main reasons that the Growth Club's success is and will be because of its collective entity. Going at it together is an incredibly powerful thing. And that's something we're going to be focused on. We're going to talk about startup stages, that's goals, priorities, SMART goals, just everything that we can do to start thinking as a better entity. Then again, we're going to carry on talking about getting organized. We're going to keep coming back and adding to our project management system. Marketing, that's something that's going to run all the way through. Some of you guys have seen some of the guys that we've touched that have just stepped up and really, really started to get this right. So it does work. It's not about being an influencer. Some people call me, you think you're an influencer? No, I don't think that. What I do know for a fact is I'm an authority when it comes down to the shit that we do, spraying and everything else. And that's the key. That's what you've got to do. What we're going to do in the Growth Club that's never been done before, and I don't think it ever will be, is we're going to talk about pricing. We're going to talk about pricing because it's a taboo subject. Nobody talks about pricing because it's just all Billy Big Bollocks. It's just full of rubbish and everything else. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to tell you what to price. I'm not, but we will work through some really, really clever stuff as a collective of how to price. And we're going to be doing that hopefully every month. We're going to have some form of pricing exercise to a certain extent. Pricing is not the same as quoting, and sales is not the same as marketing. It's taken me a long time to understand this. We're going to talk about sales, we're going to talk about quoting, and we're going to talk about things like cadence. We're going to talk about pillar pages, landing pages, inbound, outbound marketing, your websites, SEO, and everything else. Everything that you need as a business, you need to have constant flow of customers. My mentor tells me, and he told me at the very beginning, a healthy pipeline solves all problems. And I didn't quite get it. I get it now. If I've got more customers than I need jobs, my life is good for lots and lots of reasons. On the back of pricing, we're going to talk about money management. And that's where we start pulling in other specialists. There's other specialists that we're going to pull, but we're not ready at that stage. We're going to talk about project systems, high efficiency systems. We're going to talk about how can we increase our productivity, increase our efficiency, reduce our time, and bottom line is increase our profits. The main thing for me in 2023 is the profit year. Okay, I want to be making more profit next year than any other year that I've ever been in business. And that's not turning over more. That's not working harder. It's profit. Okay, big difference. And it's something we'll talk about. A lot of decorators, if I said to you, what is your profit margins? You'd have a guess. And to be honest with you, I think that number would look something like a golden number, a bit like what a day rate looks like, because your day rate is not based on your numbers or anything. It's just based on I suppose, like a generic industry standard. If I said to you, you charge 150 to 250 a day, and as long as you're in that margin, you're fine. That's not enough. But if I said, what's your profit margin? Whoa, well, I've lost you. Customer expectations. What do I mean by that? Snagging, things like that. You know, how the hell are we going to change this accepted snagging principle? Okay, and we need to stop allowing customers, contractors, builders, and everybody else dictating to us what they consider to be our standard that they entered into by employing us. You know, this is customer expectation, and we're going to really have to focus hard on this one. Staff and training. I've spoken to a few people. I had a good conversation with a guy I know that's got a really good business yesterday, and he's struggling at the moment with staff. But when I gave him the principles of what I understand as staff and apprenticeships, then again, his whole outlook started to look differently. So we're going to talk about staff, how to find staff, how to pay staff, building a training plan for staff, and actually getting staff to work with you as much as for you. We're going to talk about growth. How do we grow our business? What is right for us? What is right for us as a business owner? It's not the same for everybody. And the one thing that I never actually understood until my mentor got me involved in this, an exit plan. Simple. I know some people that have got an exit plan, and you need to have one. And we need to try and find a way where that exit plan, in a roundabout way, looks like you can actually sell your business. You might not want to sell your business, but it needs to look like that. So that is how we need to focus on. And the exit plan is the key. Don't get me wrong. This is a plan. Is it a 12-month plan? Maybe. Is it an ongoing plan? Hell yeah. My business has been growing for 30 years. It's never going to stop. I'm learning more now than probably I have done in the past 30 years. And what's making me want to learn even more is because I want to save-proof my business for whatever's coming, especially with lots of changes. I mean, we've had Brexit, we've had a pandemic, we've got increased costs, there's all these factors. And if I'm not actually focused on my business with a good group of people around me that are all kind of looking at things in the same way, rather than going at it on my own and then hoping that I'm not going to hit a downturn next year, I'm not prepared to do that. I'm not. I'm focused on planning for the worst and hoping for the best, and just really being very strategic in how I build my business. And I'll build it step by step by prioritizing which bits need to be done first. So guys, if you like the sound of it, you feel you need something like that, and you feel that you would benefit as a person by being involved with like-minded people, guys, for 25 quid a month, you just get on board. It's as simple as that. It is what it is. If you don't like it, it's not for you. Just come in, drop out. It's entirely up to you. But I know that working as a collective has always worked really well for me and others. So guys, that is the DGC Pro Members section. That's the Decorators Growth Club. It's coming in September. Okay, so get involved now. Register your interest. Let's get this thing moving. I look forward to seeing you real soon.